Okay, well, right now, we don't need more engineers. The world needs farmers.
In this video, by contrasting Dr. Mann and Dr. Brand's ideologies, Christopher Nolan's Interstellar finds the differences between a more materialistic definition involving a biological perspective from a philosophical evaluation of what love truly is. Uh, Christopher Nolan's grounding in creating the Tesseract according to the laws of physics, Cooper's sacrifice into the black hole Gargantua, and his actions in the Tesseract prove that love isn't a chemical means evolution built to avoid death, but instead a higher tangible force with weight.
Plan B, population bomb. Over 5,000 fertilized eggs, weighing in at just under 900 kilos.
Yeah, what about the people here? You give up on them? My kids? That's why Plan A is a lot more fun. Lazarus came back from the dead.
Sure, but he had to die in the first place.
In these scenes, Professor Brand presents two options, one that they strive for and the other being a failsafe. But Professor Brand isn't being completely truthful. He believes that Plan B is the only option given by the grim facial expression in hearing, "Sure, but he had to die in the first place," foreshadowing that, like Lazarus, humankind should die and revive with Plan B. Plan A is merely manipulation to get Cooper to pilot his spacecraft from his love of mirth. Christopher Nolan introduces a counter-argument through Dr. Mann that love was a hindrance to one's survival instinct, which pushed the idea of selfishness for one's own survival. Previous to this scene in the background, Nolan includes smooth shots to display Mann's planet. During Mann's violent betrayal, though, Nolan uses shaky, handheld camera work as well as diegetic sound in the form of breathing to make the scene feel desperate and animalistic to portray Mann's worldview. That humans are only biological and their one true objective is to survive. Man embodies a phenomenon described and discovered by chemist Martin M. Hanzig, who notes that life's fundamental characteristic is the drive to avoid equilibrium, or in other words, death. To man, human connection is a complex version of Hanzig's chemotaxis, which is like a state of mindless chemical drive for resources. Nolan communicates through Dr. Mann, if humanity's one true purpose is survival, then we are cold, selfish, and without room for love.
Stop it! No. No! Dr. Man, there's a 50-50 chance you're gonna kill yourself! Those are the best odds I've had in years. Don't judge me, Cooper. You were never tested like I was. Human habit.
Nolan attacks Dr. Mann's belief by presenting Dr. Brand's philosophical view of human connection. In this scene, Nolan uses a close-up shot of Dr. Brand with soft lighting, as well as a subtle bokeh on the background to put more focus on how vulnerable she's behaving. Her monologue/speech creates a parallel to Donald Levy's analysis of St. Augustine, who said, "My love is my weight. To whatever place I go, I am drawn to it by love." This parallel is a statement by Nolan suggesting that love is a tangible force, directly contradicting man's selfish outlook.
Love is the one thing we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space. Maybe we should trust that, even if we can't understand it yet.
When creating the film, Nolan got assistance from a man named Kip Thorne, a theoretical physicist that helped create the math behind the stunning images we see in Interstellar. Thorne was a man who declared there must be nothing that nothing that would violate established physical laws. Later, I include scenes of a new environment called the Tesseract, which also isn't magic or bound by the film director's creative mind, but established in a four-dimensional space and follows science.
Learn from the master. Ranger 2, prepare to detach.
What? No! No! Cooper!
3,
Cooper, what are you doing?
Newton's third law. You gotta leave something behind.
You told me we had enough resources for both of us.
1, We agreed, Amelia. 90%.
Don't.
Detach.
Cooper, and probably Tars, knew that he was going to sacrifice himself into Gargantua. Cooper rejects Dr. Mann's selfish instinct/worldview by diving into the unknown, literally.
We're the bridge.
Nolan rapidly cuts between Murph and Cooper within the Tesseract. This action creates a bridge between the dimensions in which their love can communicate, but in the form of gravity. The repeated shots of them make them seem closer than they physically are, insinuating that the love Cooper holds for his daughter can transcend space and time. In Levy's analysis of Plato's synopsism, his idea of spiritual gravity becomes literal, abiding by physics Thorne provided. Cooper's ability to traverse through the Tesseract proves his love for his daughter is not means to escape death, but instead a quantifiable force with weight that draws him towards his daughter. Throughout Interstellar, Christopher Nolan pits man's biological survival instinct first worldview against love and its philosophical power. In a previously mentioned study, chemist Martin M. Hanzik argues that we are biologically engineered to avoid death, but Nolan returns, stating that survival of oneself isn't enough to save humanity. Being bound by the physical limitations of known physics by Kip Thorne, Levy's philosophy is pushed into reality. Nolan proves love is not a trick of evolution made for resisting equilibrium, but instead is the greatest quantifiable force, tangible through space and time.